Hi, I'm Kathy Goodwin. Many of you have told me I don't understand what's going on in my business. I'm good at what I do, but something isn't working. One surprising reason that I've never heard discussed is maybe you're not coming across as strong and confident. You might feel confident in your own skills, but you're sending a message. I'm not sure of who I am. Signs that you're sending this message include people don't seem to recognize you as an authority. They don't take you seriously. Or maybe you're losing clients and prospects to famous name gurus or even competitors who have less to offer. They love you, but they hire someone else. Finally, a surprising sign is you're getting unsolicited advice from people who know less than you do. This happened to me a lot when I was new because people would come to my website and they would give me all kinds of advice about what to do differently. So on some level, I was sending out signals. I don't know much and I need help. When I made some changes, I never got that advice anymore. These messages are like tells in the gambling world. Now, I'm not a poker player, but I watch the movies, and a tell is any behavior or habit that gives the other players information about your hand. For instance, a player might sigh or shrug when she's got a weak hand. Players often don't know that they're sending signals, but other people pick them up, often unconsciously. So let's look at the way you tell people how confident you are. First, your speaking style gives you away. Believe it or not, speaking fast actually communicates confidence. We now know that people listen more attentively and engage more when they are listening to faster than normal speech on videos and broadcasts. You don't want to speak so fast you sound like a cartoon character, and I'm from New York, so I have to be especially careful about speaking extra fast, but a really slow pace can communicate that you're not sure of yourself. Then you probably know that you'll sound stronger and more confident when you lose the fillers. These are the ums, uhs, okay, and The key here is moderation. When you have a lot of fillers, you lose your audience, but an occasional or will actually sound natural. And these days, people like to feel they're listening to a good friend, not a super polished, perfect speaker. So you don't need to go overboard with editing out every single or But it's a good idea to be especially sensitive to habits, such as starting every single broadcast with, okay, let's go. Finally, be concise and get right to the point. When people keep saying, can you get to the bottom line on this? You probably need to practice. It's a good idea to get used to speaking concisely all the time, even with friends and family, because it's hard to turn this pattern on and off. And when you make this change, you may be surprised at the positive responses you get to your verbal communications. Writing can also be a tell. One giveaway is making assumptions. Have you ever opened an email that has something like, I know you're struggling to get new clients, or let's face it, your relationship is on the rocks. When you go out on a limb like that, you're actually sending a message that you're the one who lacks confidence. Another giveaway, exclamation points. Of course, exclamation points work well in moderation. They're like adding a smile in a conversation. But when your copy reads like a sea of exclamation points, you sound breathless rather than confident or strong. Finally, I know I'm going to get pushback on this one. Quotes can communicate that you are not sure of yourself. You're resting on someone else's authority. So you quote Deepak Chopra on your website when in fact you're an expert yourself. So why not present your own ideas without explanation or apology? Some people use quotes because they want to communicate their value. So they want to say, okay, I like Deepak Chopra, so most of my clients and prospects will also like Deepak Chopra. It's a subtle way of stating your values. But I think there are other ways that are much more effective to make this point, maybe in a blog post or a list of recommended books and readings. Here's a quick confidence exercise. Choose two people you admire, find their websites, actually read their websites between the lines, in fact, and notice patterns that suggest the way they use confidence, whether they are confident or are there places where they're not as confident as you might have thought. Listen to their audio and video, and we have barely scratched the surface on this. So if you have some ideas that you'd like to expand, then I'd like to encourage you to think of ways you can go even further in creating content that is confident and strong. If you'd like to learn more, here are some ways that we can work together. First, the copy fix. program is one of my favorites. Let's say you got a sales letter or a website or a landing page and you've written this and it's not coming together and maybe you're really getting frustrated, or you want to write your own copy and can't seem to get started. We can turn this around in 90 minutes or less, and often we'll find a way to bring out some of your hidden strengths that you might not have been aware of, but will make your message even more powerful and compelling. And then Bragging 101 is probably my most popular information product. You'll discover why brag is not a 4-letter word, why your clients actually want you to brag, and how to promote yourself professionally without sounding the least bit obnoxious or pushy. And finally, one of my newest free ebooks is your 5-point checklist for a lead generation website. Often just a few tweaks will transform your website from a money sink to a lucrative marketing partner. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again on a future video or perhaps a one-to-one consultation. Please share your thoughts and let me know what you found helpful and where you'd like to learn even more. Thanks again. I'm Kathy Goodwin.